Hello, everyone. I'm Elaine Quijano. Testimony has wrapped for the day in Donald Trump's criminal trial in New York City. Trump is accused of falsifying business documents to cover up payouts to two women in order to conceal alleged sexual encounters with him ahead of the 2016 presidential election. CBS News national correspondent Jericka Duncan is outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. So, Jericka, why did court end early?
Well, we had two witnesses left that we're going to hear from. So the judge essentially asked if they could wrap up, then they might actually get everybody out a little bit earlier than normal on this balmy Friday. But what's also interesting that we're learning today is that the prosecution may actually wrap up its case by the end of next week. Someone else who was in the courtroom, the overflow courtroom with me, is Katrina Kaufman. So just want to start off and give you a synopsis of what really went on. You know, we heard from Madeleine Westerhouse in the beginning. She's an executive assistant back in 2017 to then President Trump. And then we heard from custodial witnesses, or what's the exact term? The
custodial witnesses.
A record that really laid out sort of some of the phone calls and the emails and how they're able to track that information. This will be valuable because this is really a story about business records. And one of the paralegals right now is breaking down exhibits that showcase what the actual charges are, talking about the invoices, the checks, the vouchers that were allegedly falsified business records. So a little dry at times, but they're clearly building the jurors up to not only understand what this case is about and how the prosecution is trying to connect this to Donald Trump, but they're also getting jurors prepared to hear from Michael Cohen, which we expect to hear from on Monday.
Yeah, and I think that was actually a very important moment. They put up an exhibit that said false records chart, and it had the 11 false invoices, 12 false vouchers, and 11 checks with all of the charges numbered. And it's actually the first time that the jury is seeing this breakdown of the key falsification of business records charges in this case.
Correct. And just to go back to Madeleine Westerhouse, I thought what was interesting, Katrina, that she talked about not really knowing the intent behind Stormy Daniels' accusations and allegations that they had an affair. That was something that the defense asked her, and she said that she wasn't sure how his family felt about it because she couldn't specifically say that that was the reason why he was so upset about it, but knew that he was frustrated. Also, the tweets, Donald Trump's own words, back in May of 2018, talking about this reimbursement, talking about Michael Cohen, but saying that campaign funds were not used at all. I think this, to me, really sets the jurors up for what they're going to hear come Monday if Michael Cohen is, in fact, testifying as he's expected to.
Yeah, I thought Madeleine Westerhout also brought an interesting perspective on Donald Trump because she was sitting right outside his door at the White House, and the defense has leaned a lot on trying to say that Trump was worried about protecting his family when the Stormy Daniels story came out. And she told some kind of striking stories about his relationship with Melania, which you don't hear about very often. She said that he would call Melania and go to the window and they would wave to each other from the Oval Office. He would call her when he was going on trips to let her know that he was taking off. So it was just a little bit of
Or if he would be late for dinner, you know, she would call and say, "Where's my husband?" It
was some interesting personal insight into Donald Trump.
Correct. And again, going back to some of the more recent folks that are testifying right now, one of the paralegals, just helping jurors connect the information that they're seeing today, the emails between Keith Davidson, Gina Rodriguez, the call logs between Alan Weisselberg, who worked as a CEO for the Trump Organization, and Michael Cohen. It's a lot to keep track of, and I noted that our person who's actually in the courtroom right now, Graham Cates, saying that the jurors are taking notes, you know, watching and really paying attention because these are details that they're going to need when they get instructions from the judge as to how they are supposed to find guilty or not guilty. Again, though, the prosecution saying that they are expected to have its case wrapped up by the end of next week.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And it was also interesting to see Trump's demeanor in court today. He was definitely engaged during when his old White House aide was up there, but for the rest of the day, he had this stack of papers
yeah.
on his desk. I think they had some tweets and Truth Social posts on them, and he was just very intently highlighting them throughout the morning.
Yeah, he's paying attention. I mean, who wouldn't at this point? But again, I think we're all waiting to hear from, as we heard how explosive Stormy Daniels' testimony is. The question is, you wonder just how long he'll probably be on the stand, at least a couple days, many are guessing.
I would think so, yes.
But we will, of course, keep you in the loop, Elaine, and all those who are watching as we continue to cover this criminal trial of former President Donald Trump.
Just fascinating to hear all of those details from inside the courtroom. Jericka, Duncan, and Katrina Kaufman at the courthouse for us. Thank you so much.